Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting edition of The Concrete Pond. I'm your host, Chip Dynamo.
And I am Claude, LeFleur, Cup Champion.
Let's get right to it, JC. So last week we had a great turnout out on the Concrete Pond. We had thought, perhaps, weather permitting, we might have to be forced into the Commodore Cave, but it wasn't true. In fact, we had the sunshine beaming down, and we had a great day out there on the pond.
Fabulous day on the Concrete Pond. Many great players, some returning players, some have been there for a while. Very good.
And who other than Von Bauer showing up to clean up early, right? I mean, that guy came out, had the blower and blowing off the pond, and we had a lot of debris that we had to clear off.
Von Bauer has been an instrumental part of this league from the very beginning. He's always there early to pick up, set up, and tear down.
And does a great job in the goal, too. And he not only kept the pond clean, he kept that net pretty clean for the day, too.
He was on fire that day.
He was. And speaking of fire, how about the shots coming out of Sean Casper, the friendly ghost Caspel? Now, Sean has not missed a day since we've opened the league.
No, he was not one of the gentlemen that played us when we were kids, Cup Champion days. But he's been there every week.
And he's amazing, and we appreciate all his support and all that he does for the league. Unfortunately, he's going to miss this week, so he will not be on the roster this week. He's actually going to be a do not play. He's going to be at the coast with his family, which we wish him the best.
Yes, hockey will be ghost-free this week.
So if you have him on your fantasy team, make sure you pull him off because he'll be scoring no goals tomorrow.
Yes, he will.
But perhaps he'll score tomorrow night.
Oh, Chip, you're crazy.
JC,
yes.
You know I am.
Yes.
And Corn Dog was out there too, and Corn Dog just opened up her own hockey school. She's got her own clinic going and putting private lessons on.
Yes, she is. She's a fabulous player. She has some shirts she's promoting her new Courtney Carnes hockey, and I suggest you take a look and maybe purchase one.
And anybody can wear the shirts.
Oh, the unisexual, yes.
Unisexual?
Yes, any sex.
Outstanding.
Yes.
All right. And you actually followed up on Sunday, and you went to a little birthday party, I understand.
Courtney Carnes has a team that she coaches of young ladies, 15, 16 years old, that is a fabulous group of players. They actually have adopted the pond as their second rink, and I stopped by on my cruising around time, and they were there playing.
That's outstanding. Good for you. Well done, JC. Way to carry on the league. Now, the biggest story this week gets none bigger than this. A couple episodes ago, I kind of alluded to the fact we're going to have a big name coming to P-Town, and we weren't going to release that just yet. In fact, JC himself didn't know until just a few days ago when his agent notified him and said, we're going to have you be part of this, and at the request of the individual. Now, this individual is a legend to the Portland area and Portland Amateur Hockey Association.
This gentleman has played for the Portland Royals, the Portland Buckaroos, and he assisted in many tournaments and events, jamborees that went on in the Portland Amateur Hockey Association for many years.
And he's got a unique nickname, doesn't he, JC?
It's a tasty nickname.
It is a tasty nickname. Let's take a look and let's go to the tape. So JC, as we entered into Stark Street Pizza out there on Southeast Stark Road, you noticed that we were kind of scanning that room a little unsure if we're going to be able to recognize this individual.
It has been many, many years since I've seen this individual, but it was very apparent when we got in there.
It sure was. And right away, folks, as you can tell now, you're seeing Rick Dunbar.
Also known as Snackbar Dunbar for many, many, many years.
The man, the myth, the legend. Snackbar Dunbar. I think he tended goal for every one of us, and he was tough to get by, and he was a little older than us.
He's a little bit older. He's still quick on his feet. He has retired from the hockey because of his heart condition, but his heart is still in the game.
And little did I know, he started refereeing when he was about 13, 14 years old. And he actually kicked Art Jones out of a game when he was 15 years old.
Yes, he did, because there are rules in hockey, and Snackball follows the rules.
And rules are for everybody, not everybody else. That's something to remember, JC. That'll get you through life.
Very good, thank you. Yes, that is very true. It goes for everybody, whether you're a football player, hockey player, forward, or a goalie. There are rules for everybody.
And we enjoyed having a visit with Snack Bar, didn't we?
It was fabulous. It reminded me of the days at Geno's.
Yeah, Geno's. In fact, Snack Bar worked at Geno's too.
Yes, he did. That may be why he got his Snack Bar nickname.
No, actually, we learned where he got that nickname. In fact, JC, you had a chance to talk to him about the nickname, and here's what Snack Bar had to say.
So Snack, tell me, you have this name of Snack Bar that you've had for many years. Where did that come from?
It comes from Buckaroo Hockey School back in the late 60s.
Buckaroo Hockey School.
Two instructors that later became my teammates, Dave Kelly and Roger Bellard, walking off the ice one day. And I was up at the snack bar at Silver Skate where we were playing, getting a pop.
A graveyard?
No, not a graveyard, just 7-Up. Something to calm the stomach, you know. Always had that problem.
Goalies do have some issues.
And they came in and said, "What are you doing at the snack bar? You are a snack bar." And
But a fun-sized snack bar.
fun-sized snack bar, yes.
Yes, indeed.
And many laughs were given on that. I tried to block it for a couple months, but it became like trying to block the tide.
It's stuck.
Yeah, stuck.
It's like trying to block one of Jean-Claude LeFleur's shots.
Exactly.
It's hard to block.
Right past.
Yes,
So-
if you can hit the net. Yes.
And that's a great story. In fact, that's slightly different than the one that was circulating out there through the rumors. So nice to put the story straight, and thanks Snack Bar for sharing. Another thing he's been sharing is equipment throughout the senior PAHA, hasn't he?
Yes. So when I talked to the snack bar here couple of months ago, he said, "JC, I have an extra pair of some goalie pads that you are welcome to have for the league."
And made that donation.
He did, and they are a beautiful pair of black pads.
And they are black pads, and they're made by Browns. Is that correct?
They're browns, but they're black. Yes.
Browns but blacks.
Yes.
And we had a chance to talk to him about that Browns versus blacks. And here's what Snack had to say to set this record straight.
So, Snack, you had donated for the Senior Portland Alberta Hockey Association some of your old pads. Tell us about those, if you would.
Well, these pads I wore for many years playing for the Royals.
Yes.
They're actually browns, known in the industry as blacks.
Yes.
And they were one of the first classic pad that used the new material, the foams and the high density stuff, to be able to get away from the era of deer hair and cave hair.
So is it rabbit hair that's in it?
No, this is all foam.
Foam. And they're blacks.
They're blacks.
Very nice.
But
Well,
made by John Brown.
by John Brown. Well, we appreciate the fact that you gave the pads to the league.
My pleasure. I'm glad
Yes.
that they can get more use.
Yes. Well, they're going to get a lot of use. Thank you. Thank you, Snack, for who you are and what you do. You're a big part of PAHA growing up, and you still continue to give. You're a lover of the game, and Jean-Claude, Cup champion, is proud to call you my friend.
I appreciate it, Jean-Claude. I'm proud to call you my friend as well.
Did you see my ring?
I have seen your ring. It is gorgeous.
Yeah, sure great to visit Old Times with Snack. And he sure has a lot of info about a lot of players and some really great Portland hockey legends.
Yes, he played with a lot of these gentlemen back in the day. He knows several people in the hockey community outside of Oregon, and he is just a fabulous wealth. He is a lover of the game, and he's a lover of all of us players.
And I got to be honest, you know, aside from looking up Facebook profile, which I didn't do, I was a little worried. I thought, how are we going to recognize Snack Bar? We haven't seen him for a long time. Last time I saw him, he was making me a graveyard, and I must have been about 13 years old.
Yes, I was a little bit concerned, even though I have a good memory after the MRI was cleared. But I think it was pretty apparent we knew who that was.
Well, all we had to do was wait for him to stand up, and then, folks, it was abundantly clear.
Yeah, let's look at that.
Let's take a look.
It was a pleasure to see you again.
Pleasure is all mine.
Let's go on. What can you say?
Well, again, it was great, and Snack always willing to have a little fun with us, and what a great guy! Really, just a pleasure to see him. And you had missed out, and you didn't have a chance to join us tonight at the Stark Street Pizza, but you will have a chance to be out at the Commodore Cave tomorrow morning, and Snack Bar is going to make a guest appearance out there at the arena. Now, listen, folks, he won't be playing. Is that right, JC?
You know, I talked to the snack bar and I said, "Would you like to play a little bit?" And he said, "My doctor said no." Not his knee doctor or his wrist doctor, but his cardiologist.
So we won't push it either, and we just love to see him. So he's going to come on out and say hi to some folks, and he would love to see us. So we'd all love to see us. So tomorrow morning we're expecting a little bit of rain, and inclement weather means only one thing, right, JC?
9 a.m. at
The Commodore Cave. Why is it the Commodore Cave? Well, because she's a brick house.
Ow.
How about that? We'll see you at Seth Llewellyn, 9 a.m., the Commodore Cave. And again, for puck's sake, the pucks will be flying. No balls tomorrow. Pucks on the surface because it's nice. clean slate surface. So if you want to play at the puck, get on out to the Commodore Cave, 9 a.m. The goalies love that puck, don't they?
Oh, they love that. Like the ball, you know, like I said before in the other episode, that Ty goes, oh, the ball's here, it's here, it's here. Well, tomorrow, the puck's going to be there because Jean-Claude's going to be shooting it.
And that's all we have time for. Thanks for tuning in to the Concrete Pond. I'm your host, Chip Dynamo.
And I am Jean-Claude LeFleur, Cup champion.
And remember,
If you don't got a stick, we got a stick for you.
we'll see you next time, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Oh, man.